Any honest Nigerian will agree that Igbos have played a major role in every aspect of life that has shaped the destiny of our great country, Nigeria.
These Nigerians provided houses for themselves, and then nobody told them that you are building on the wrong land.
If you block my canal or my secondary collector, the law empowers me to remove the nuisance.
Babu wani kama da kai, ai babu wani.
Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, you are welcome to yet another edition of Africa's Realities. Like you all know, my name is Mr. Johnson Yakubu Sani. Today, I've come to discuss another topic, a very burning topic happening in Nigeria right now. It is the demolition of houses and structures that is happening in Lagos. And this demolition has taken an ethnic coloration because it is now seen as is being targeted at the Igbos, because it's mostly the Igbos' houses that have been demolished. Now, I know other people's houses have been demolished, but the most affected are the Igbos. And we all know that the Igbos are the traders, and they believe, yes, it's the Igbos too that they are trying to target in their shops, for their trading places and everything. So it is well seen as being targeted by the Igbos. Now, at the Igbos. Now we all know everything that transpired during the election that just happened early this year and everything. And well, is it really targeted at the Igbos? There are some videos I would like to play here. After playing these videos, I think it will help us to know if this is being targeted at the Igbos or not. But we listen to some videos that will help us set the benchmark of our discussion even today. And well, I have my own opinion too, and I believe you too, you have your own opinion, and you now give us your own opinion. But please, if you have not subscribed to this channel, can you subscribe and ring the notification bell? As you all know, very often I used to bring topical issues for us to discuss. Now, let's watch this first video by a very Igbo chieftain who is by name Mr. Emmanuel Wanyao. He's the leader of Igbo cultural group that binds all Igbo together, the cultural group that binds all Igbo together, called Ohaneze Indibo. Now, he spoke concerning this demolition. Let's listen to this little excerpt from what he discussed, and when we come back, we are going to have our own discussion.
I speak to you this morning as the President General of Ohaneze Indibo worldwide. I speak to you as the leader of Igbo people in Nigeria. We believe in this country. We have worked very hard at all times since the amalgamation of this country towards the progress, towards the unity, towards the success of Nigeria in every field. Any honest Nigerian will agree that Igbos have played a major role in every aspect of life that has shaped the destiny of our great country, Nigeria. In the normal character of Igbos, when they went to Lagos, they didn't say that the property there is their own. They made sure they identified the owners. I have it on record that Igbos, wherever they went, they bought the land, they obeyed the laws, both local and federal, and they have been law-abiding. There is hardly any local government today in Nigeria you don't see investment and economic activity, social activity, educational activity of Igbos. And as the leader of Igbos, I'm making Nigerians to know what we are. When we come to a place and make money in the place, we invest the money there. Yes. And when we do it, they say we are dominated. When we make money, we invest it there. And then anybody, because you don't like the face of Igbos, think you can come now and then take it away or manipulate to make sure you make laws to make them lose it. I think before God and man, It is not good. That Igbos have seen the same thing coming up again. We were accused of carrying out a coup we didn't cause. That caused a war. We claimed the life of most of our people. And we are still there today. Now they are starting up another one again, telling Igbos that we should leave Lagos, we should leave Abuja, all sorts of things. I also hear now, recently, that some areas where Igbos live, homes are being demolished. But the information I have from the government is that some of the houses are built on roads. Some are built on drainage lines. We have to obey and respect the laws of the land. Wherever we are, if you want to build a house, you have to buy the land properly. You have to register the land properly. You have to apply for approval in a government. Now, once you have got all those done, approved, fine. Be rest assured that nobody or unless they will defend you. But if you go and you don't obey the rule of the land, you go and build on drainage line, you go and build on roads, you don't get approval, it's going to be difficult for us to support you in any way. I want to assure others of you who say their homes have been demolished, I've been watching with pens, some children crying. I have seen a pathetic site where children came back from school, their home is being demolished, they were crying, they were shedding tears. I was moved as a human being, as a father. I know what it is. I come back and see my children crying because they are now, a few hours before they had a home, now they are homeless. It's a very painful thing. But then, we have to obey the laws of the place. We have suffered a lot in this country. Igbos have suffered. We are begging Nigerians. We have passed through civil war. We have lost our things. Everybody who came out had only 20 pounds. Our people struggled again. We have got to this point. The thing is smoldering again. And if we are not careful and it bursts out, we will go and lose the ones we have made again. And I don't think we will like it. Thank you. For example, I believe that some of these people who are writing against Igbos, claiming we own over 50% of Lagos and so on, I think, you see, they are not writing in good faith.
Yeah, you're welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Now you heard from Chief Emmanuel Wanyawu. He is concerned about what is happening in Lagos, and I believe he has every reason to be concerned because of the recent thing, especially what happened during the election that happened this year, the national election and the state elections. We all know what happened. We all know what Igbo went through during this election. And this election, it wasn't an Igbo thing. It was a Nigerian thing. And Nigerian felt we needed change from the two parties that have ruled us before. But before you know, it has been turned into an ethnic thing. And because an Igbo man came out whom most Nigerians knew he won this election and whose election has been rigged. And now we have another ruler or another leader. And now, even up to now, that we believe that leader, who is an unforgiving person, is still targeting an ethnic group from where this man came from. So, what I want to say is this. There is an iota of truth that this could be targeted at the Igbos because of what happened in the election, especially because of how Lagos State, how APC lost Lagos State during the presidential election. It was an embarrassment to Lagosians that the indigenes of Lagos believed that their person lost at his state. But it wasn't the Igbo that made him to lose, because a lot of Nigeria came out. In fact, a lot of Yorubas voted against APC. So I don't know why Igbos have been targeted, and I believe Igbos have been targeted. I believe too, because there are many factors that made me to believe that Igbos have been targeted. Now, before I say some of the factors that I believe that made me to believe it is Igbos that have been targeted, I want you to watch this very brief video. When we come back, we are going to discuss more.
If a Nigerian citizen is able to provide a house for himself, and considering that there is supposed to be a government official that is responsible for monitoring development, issues of urban development, they've stayed away. They turned a blind eye for all these years. And these Nigerians provided houses for themselves. And then nobody told them that you are building on the wrong land. In fact, some of them got approvals to build. And then after staying there for 10 years, building houses that they probably labored for 20, 30 years to build, then you wake up one morning on the basis of one notice and the other, and you demolish that house. That is criminal in the first place. And again, that is most insensitive. Expectedly, and again, like Chief Imweyawu has mentioned, probably you are able to prove that the building, the erection of the building was illegal. But you have to give what we call sufficient notice, because and such notice, when you talk about sufficient notice, should consider the issue of compensation or relocation, or even time for the man to be able to gather resources to relocate himself. A house that took somebody 30 years to build, you should be able to give at least 10 years of notice to say, please relocate. The earthquake, the cataclysmic political earthquake that visited Lagos State in the last election is so fresh in the minds of the political players, those who control political power at this time, right, that they couldn't even wait for a year or to give proper notice, but to actually clip the wings and the presence of the Igbo ethnic nationality in Lagos State. You should be able to, disabuse the mind of Nigerians when you follow proper order. Now the idea is this: it becomes a targeted eviction of a certain ethnic group, and becomes worrisome for a country that claims to be a federation.
Now, my brother, we are homeless. I want you to know that we are homeless. Some people are now in the hospital because of the trauma. Do you know that some of us were given only 1 hour in the wee hours of the night to vacate our houses? And if you refuse, they will throw tear gas in your room, in your houses. They don't even want to know whether there are newborn babies in that house. My windscreen, the windscreen of my car got broken, and I had a black eye because I asked them, why should they be here by this time? To be honest, if you are asking me what to do, I am totally confused.
Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, you are welcome back. Now we have watched the second video, and I now told you that I have a reason to believe that the Igbos are being targeted. Now, number one reason that I believe that the Igbo could have been targeted now. Since the inception of democracy in 1999, we have one party that has been ruling Lagos, although the party changed names many times, but the same set of people. And the first person who was the governor of Lagos during this dispensation, during this eras of the new electionary era that we have now, has been the person ruling Nigeria now. And his name is Bola Ahmed Tinubu. And he ruled Lagos. And there are structures who have been on ground. And he never saw any need to pull down these structures. And after he ruled Lagos for 8 years, another person came who is an APC person too, called Mr. Babajide Fashola. He ruled for another 8 years. He never saw reason to pull down structures that belong mostly to Igbo people. And after that, another ruler came again, called Mr. Before Sanwo-Olu, was that his name? I don't know, somebody before now, Sanwo-Olu. So for all these years, these same people have ruled Lagos. And even the current ruler of Lagos have ruled Lagos for 4 years. He's coming back for his second tenure. In his first tenure, he never saw that most of the Igbos' houses have been built to have violated the plan of the city. It is after an Igbo man stood election and defeated a Yoruba man in Lagos that we now heard that most of the Igbo houses have been built on illegal have been built illegally. There is a red flag. There is a very red flag here. Number one is that building, before you erect any building, it has been to be approved by government. And some government, they still monitor the construction of the building. In all these processes, we have government agencies that look into every house that is being constructed. What happened to these agencies? That some people have built houses, live in their houses for 15 years, for 20 years, for 10 years, and all of a sudden today, we are hearing that the houses have been built illegally. Now look at how structures are being pulled down. Just take a look. Take a look. Now you see how structures are being pulled down. Now you can see. See how structures have been pulled down. And today, they are telling us that these houses have been built illegally and they are pulling down these houses after election that they were defeated in Lagos. That is when they know that most of the houses that belongs to the Igbo people have been built illegally. What is happening right now is a warning being sent to the Igbo people that we are going to show you. And next time, when you try this again, you know that there will be consequences. Or there are going to be consequences. This is what is happening. And Nigeria, in our constitution, everybody has right to live anywhere on the face on the land of Nigeria. Anywhere. Every Nigerian has the right to live in everywhere, as long as you can purchase the land, as long as you can have your government papers and you register, all registration being done. You are free to live everywhere, anywhere in Nigeria. So what is happening that people's houses have been demolished today and mostly targeted the Igbos? It's not right. I'm not Igbo. I'm a neutral person. I am from the north. So I'm speaking as a neutral person. Now I want us to look at, let's look at this election that happened. Look at what happened in this election. Or look at this man. Take a look at this man who came out brazenly, was telling Yoruba people that they should warn the Igbo people not to come out to vote, not to come out to election, or else. A person made this on national, it went viral everywhere. This person has been living in Nigeria freely. He said, Igbo people, if they are not going to vote APC, they shouldn't come out for this election. And he kept his warning. And when the Igbo came out, they've been attacked because he sent his talks everywhere. They were attacked. They were injured. They were frightened. They couldn't come out to vote. And this person is still working in Nigeria freely. He's a government of himself. He can come out and put a law. Let these kind of people not come out. Let those kind of people come out. Who born these kind of people? He's a law in this land. And we don't recognize him. We don't know him. He has no jurisdiction. He's not a law enforcement. He's not a politician. He doesn't have any political post. But this man is a voice to come out and say some people shouldn't come out, or some people should be stopped from having their franchise, and these people have been stopped. And nobody has done anything to this man. This is how brazen this government is. And now they are busy demolishing the houses of people who haven't voted for them. We have heard this government of APC tell us, in Kaduna State, that's my state, Kaduna State, the government of APC, they told us that because the section of Christians didn't vote for the party, but the Muslim people won the party. So the former governor came out and said that is why he didn't work for Christians, he worked for Muslims. That is why he developed Muslim area, because it is Muslim that put him in power. But he used the resources of everybody. He used the resources that belongs to the Muslims. He used the resources that belongs to the Christians. He used the resources that is not his father's resources, that is not his personal resources, that is everybody's resources. He came out and told us that he used the resources to just take care of only Muslims. This is not being fanatical or religious fanatical, but this is the kind of leadership that APC has given to Nigeria. That the governor brazenly said, yes, I use the resources to work for you alone. I only helped them, gave them just a little thing. I only gave them a little thing because you people voted us. It is you that will work for the resources that belongs to everybody will carry it and will only give you people. Now, this is the same thing that is happening now, that people's houses are being demolished. Now, this is not being biased or being anything. This is just saying the truth that no, we cannot go on like this. Now, let's listen to this reason or excuse that the Lagos government is coming up with on why they are demolishing houses. Listen to this reason. We'll come back and we are going to discuss more.
So that's what the law provides for.
Okay.
Lagos State Environmental Management Service Law 2017. If you block my canal or my secondary collector, the law empowers me to remove the nuisance.
Really?
If it's a house, if it's a shanty, if it's a vehicle, I do have the powers, after serving you notices, to abate the nuisance, and that's what I've been doing. Now, you see, it's about showing leadership.
Yeah.
And it's not supposed to be a popularity contest. Mm-hmm. It's supposed to be you doing what is right and seeing to it that people do what is right. We didn't just come about removing these nuisances. People over the years are choosing to be very brazen. And you see some of the things they do, you cringe, and you ask yourself, how would a reasonable person, that's the operative word here, go this route to block, for instance, a channel that is collectively serving public good?
Yeah.
This takes me to a story at VGC. VGC is one of the most planned areas in Lagos. It's been there for years, elitist, reserved, gated. 15 years ago or thereabouts, 3 houses chose to go on the trajectory of, I want to extend my wall.
Okay.
And in so doing, they chose to block a collective canal that takes the water from VGC to the lagoon behind. And for 15 years, it's been there unabated. So we got a petition from them. Right. When we got the petition, oh, by the way, this is a quota. Look at the canal, look at the canal, look at the way they made it a primary collector or thereabout. No, they made it a secondary collector from 8 meters to like 1 meter.
Wow.
That is gross indiscipline, and they built on it. No, so to VGC, as I was saying. So we went there, and we saw what had caused the flooding of VGC through the years.
Yeah.
And we agreed that we can remove this nuisance right here and now. And we called for the excavator on Friday. And by Sunday, we opened up VGC by removing those nuisances, 1, 2, 3, and then the water moved to the lagoon.
Really?
Now you're welcome back. Now you've heard this reason, looking so plausible, looking so reasonable, which everybody here will say, yeah, I don't know why don't, government is trying to do this, do that. Why is it that after the election of this year, that in the federal election that they lost, that the Yoruba people lost in Lagos, that is when it has metamorphosed into canal being blocked for all these years. That people are given 1 day or 24 hours to vacate, and they brought their structures down. Does it make sense? Using the excuse of a canal or a road. Which road? Was there a road before somebody built his house there? Even if you believe you want to bring down a structure, so people's structure, so that you build a road, what are you supposed to do? Are you not supposed to compensate these people? People use millions and millions and millions. Hundreds of millions some people have used to build houses, and you are bringing it down because of politics. because of politics. And again, this is what we hear since this APC came. You hear people, their supporters say, yes, it has been done. Do your worst. Go to court. Yeah. I don't know how this country is going. Please, let this APC not take us into another civil war. Let this APC not take us into another civil war. Because the bias and the one-sidedness and the way APC came to rule Nigeria, we didn't see these things with PDP. And we didn't suffer this hardship under PDP. Because they were more a collective government. Since APC came, Nigeria has been divided into Muslim and Christian. We Muslim, are we on Nigeria? We Christian, no, Muslim. That is what APC has sold to us. It is Muslim versus Christian. Even up to today, you enter social media, all you see is Muslim, Christian, Muslim, Christian, Muslim, Christian. Muslim. The Muslim just believe they are more. If they vote somebody, the person must give them everything. We enter social media, we hear it. Why? This is not how a country is being ruled. A country is being ruled in a way that everybody is being taken care of. Everybody is being taken care of. It's not we voted this government must give us everything and not give people who didn't vote them. What kind of are we in the middle age? Or are we in the barbaric age? In 2023, people are saying they didn't vote a government, they voted a government, so everything should be given to them, nothing should be given to the people who didn't vote that government. When the resources is supposed to be meant for everybody. So what kind of a thing is this? So this is a problem. And me, from my own view, this thing that is happening in Lagos State is political. It's not developmental for anything, it's political. When somebody is doing something out of developmental, we know this is all political. This is all telling some people that you have done this and we are dealing with you so that next time you know, you don't try us again. And we Nigerians, we are watching. This is it. Well, I've come to the end of this video, and I didn't do this video because of ethnicity or because of anything, but I'm doing this video because of national interest, because we have to be one Nigeria, we have to be one people, we have to love ourselves. We don't want this bias. We don't want this bias that is going on. So that is why I've come up with this video, and this bias is clearly targeted at the Igbos, and we don't, and it's not right. It's not the only Igbo. All the youths, Yoruba youths, we in the north, our youths, everywhere we voted for Peter Obi. So it's not an Igbo thing. We didn't vote for him because he's Igbo. We voted for him because he has the best policy to take Nigeria out of the problems of Nigeria. That was why we voted for him. And that was everybody voted for him. And that was why Lagosians voted for him. That was why a lot of Yorubas in Lagos voted for him. And look at, and everything has proved us right. Look at this government just came in, everything has just gone haywire. Well, this is my take. Let this demolition stop. We know the message they are trying to send. We don't agree with it. Everybody has right to live in everywhere in Nigeria. So once again, my name is Mr. Johnson Yakubu Sani. Please subscribe to this channel. If you have not, please subscribe. And ring the notification bell until I come your way with another video. Well, stay blessed. Thank you very much.